Welcome back, friends. This is Patty Bennett. I am excited to show you my favorite new suite in the Stampin' Up! January to June mini catalog for 2021. So this started on January 5th, and we are going to look at the stamps and the dies and the designer paper and all of the accessories today. I'm so glad you have joined me. This is Patty Bennett, and I blog at pattystamps.com every day. I have a tip or an idea or a reminder, a sale, something for you each day on my blog. I also have all of these supplies available to you. You can click shop online anytime, or you can use the link below on YouTube to shop in my online store. So let's look at the great products in the Fine Art Floral Suite. The dies and the stamp set do come as a bundle if you would like to purchase them as a bundle and save 10%. The dies look like this, but it is a little hard to see what some of these do. So I have gone ahead and die cut them for you to show you that the stem and the flower and the leaves here, these images, can die cut this. We'll be looking at some samples, by the way, to show you how to use that. And I did this one right here in the center. Also in the die set, we have Just Want to Say, and you can combine those in different ways. You don't have to say exactly that. So you could use those with other dies and come up with some creative sayings. There are also two labels in the die set. This die cuts out this image, and I saw this tip from Sarah Douglas, CEO of Stampin' Up. She stamped the whole thing in green and die cut it, and then she stamped it again in a color and die cut it. And then all you do is just snip right there and right there and right there and layer the two together, and it's perfect. That way you don't have to worry about two colors of ink on your stamp. This image also has a die cut right here. The great thing about all of these are really nice greetings is that they fit on these two labels. So don't forget, let's look at here, number one is the bundle. You can see it here, and it's a 10% savings. You can also flip over to page 34, and you can see it a little bit larger here, the stamp set, and then the bundle is listed up here as well. So that is a 10% savings if you purchase the two together. Let's look at the paper, because my goodness, that is just the showstopper of the entire suite, in my opinion. So here is a sampling. These papers are 12 by 12, so you get 12 sheets of 12 by 12, and it's called Fine Art Floral. This is just a sampling. My teammate Christy made these great charts for me. I just love these. It's such an easy way to refer to all of the different patterns. And so this is a sampling here of the 12 by 12 sheets. I think they are gorgeous. Another thing that coordinates with this up here, number 2, is the Golden Garden Designer Acetate. I want to show you these. I just laid them on. I know this is really shiny. I'm sorry that this is a little distracting on the camera. I laid them on top of Whisper White, but they are actually clear acetate. I wanted you to be able to see these. I will be doing an entire video on different ways to use these 3 patterns and showing you several cards that you can make with this acetate. I'll give you just a little super sneak peek here of different ways we have used it. I will be doing a whole video just on this acetate, so watch for that soon. I love this paper. I have used it on lots of cards. We're going to look at those in just a minute. Another item here in the suite is the Painted Texture 3D Embossing Folder. And it is really cool. It looks like someone just did a really neat kind of a stucco job on a wall. And it looks like it's just totally I mean, it is 3D, but it looks 3D. But I wanted to show you something that I did. I took my blending brushes. If you didn't see those yet in one of my other videos, this is what a blending brush looks like. I inked it and I just lightly rubbed, very lightly, on the paper. And I wanted to show you the difference and how it just really brings out the 3D texture. Can you see that? So that's something to think about, is that you could just use a very soft color, a very light hand with the brush, and just very lightly enhance that texture if you wanted to. I also tried it on colored cardstock. So Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and then I inked half of it just to see what that would look like. And I also did it with Night of Navy cardstock and some Night of Navy ink. And you can see the difference. It really does help bring out the texture. It's just a different look. So something that you might want to try with this painted texture embossing folder. A couple of more products in this suite are these gold flakes right here. It's a whole jar. And then this package of heat and stick powder. You might remember we had heat and stick powder years ago. And I have not used this on a sample yet. But basically you use your heat tool, your Versamark ink pad, to get the powder to stick to your project. And then you can sprinkle the gold flakes on and kind of press them on, wipe off the extra, and you have basically gold leafing. So it's shown down here, and there's an example on page 32 to show you how that might look. And it's actually used in a few other samples throughout the catalog, so you might spot that. So we'll be using that in a future blog post or future video. The ribbon, number 4, fine art ribbon, is really gorgeous. It's very, very soft. That's important to me. When I'm using ribbon on a card, I need it to be soft and pliable. I need to be able to tie a bow or a knot and not be struggling with it. And I hope you can see this beautiful, it's a gold thread woven through there, kind of a natural ribbon with gold thread, and it's really pretty. Let me show you a sample on this card where I tied a bow just around the stem of that flower and added just that little extra sparkle to that. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. Love this. So I think, yes, I think we went over all of the products in this suite, and I wanted to show you some samples so that you could get some ideas of working with these products. This is just a super quick almost copy out of the catalog. Not quite, but almost. Idea of using 3 different patterns in the designer paper, 3 different colors on the flower, and then 3 different greetings. And also just adding a little extra cardstock to kind of make that designer series paper pop. So these are the 3.5 by 5 note cards, and this would make a beautiful set. Maybe you could make up 6 of these and put them in an acetate box, and that would just be such a gorgeous selection of cards to give. I wanted to show you, remember that die that we looked at, Just Wanted to Say, and this one I used the entire saying, but like I said, you could mix and match with other dies that we have or with other stamps. So here, Just Wanted to Say thanks, and I stamped the thanks. And I also used this beautiful blue patterned paper in the background. I think it's just gorgeous. This series of cards is a fun fold. I showed you that one with the gold ribbon. I just wanted to show you how beautiful when you use different papers and different colors of cardstock. This really makes also a very nice selection of cards. And this fun fold is very easy to make. I have had this on my blog before, but I will post it again. It's basically a 4 1/4 by 11 card with, I forget, here, let me measure real quick, with 2.5 inches cut off, and then you just flip that and make it go this way. So it's a real easy fun fold and does not waste any paper. So you can just see here are 3 ideas that are sort of the same color palette with Flirty Flamingo and Calypso Coral. I think a little Poppy Parade in there as well. And then I did the yellow, so Curry or Bumblebee or Daffodil, whichever yellows are your favorite, are beautiful with this paper. And then my favorite combo is Calypso Coral and Poppy Parade. I just love that. Isn't that so pretty? I love these cards. Love this paper so much. I had also previously posted these same stamp set and dies, but I used some designer paper from the SaleABration catalog. So if you have not received a catalog, if you need any of these catalogs, you can go to my blog. There is a request form up at the top. SaleABration is a selection of free products from January 5th to February 28th, 2021. And this paper is right here. You can see that I have used that. So when you have a $50 order or more, that is a pack of paper you could select. So if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to help you. You could make these cards. And this is just a fun little fold as well, like a miniature card on top of a card base. And then lastly, I wanted to show you these. Again, I have posted these before, but they're just worth mentioning that this paper is called Oso Ombre, and it is also a free selection. It's here on page 7 in the SaleABration catalog. So you could get this whole pack of 48 sheets as your free gift with a $50 purchase during these dates. So this is something I tried out, stamping these flower and stem images on the Oso Ombre paper, die cutting them and adding them to note cards. Very pretty, very easy idea. I hope you enjoyed this quick look and all of these ideas with this beautiful suite. If I can help you with any of your orders or questions about Stampin' Up! Products, I have a contact button at pattystamps.com, or you could leave a comment on the YouTube video below. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.